Hello, Internet. My name is Justin. I'm one of the Cinema Joes, and I'm going to tell you about our next project. I thought we'd give a little bit of an introduction about what we're trying to do here with the next couple of videos. What we're going to do, we're doing what I'm calling the Alternative Superhero Films Marathon. And I sort of got the idea for this marathon from one of my favorite film podcasts, which is called Film Spotting. The idea is to fill the gaps in your cinematic knowledge. And so what we're doing with this marathon is we're taking films about superheroes, but as you might guess from the title, these are going to be superheroes that are sort of out of the mainstream. So we're not going to be talking about Batman movies, Superman, Spider-Man, X-Men, Avengers, anything like that. We're talking a little more idiosyncratic. We're talking things like I guess you'd say films that have more of a personal vision to them. That usually didn't go through giant studios. You'll see there will be exceptions. So I wanted to take films that were about superheroes, people who had either have sort of, supernatural powers that they use for good or for vengeance. But I also was looking for heroes that were sort of not what you typically think of when you think of superheroes, as you'll see from my list of the films that we've chosen. I think the other genesis for this list really came from trying to figure out, trying to figure out how these, if it's possible for these kinds of films to still be made today. I mean, we have a film coming out in August of this year, which I'm really looking forward to. It's called Guardians of the Galaxy, and that film to me, even though it is through a major studio, it's part of Marvel's sort of cinematic lineup. It still looks like a little more personal and perhaps a little more humor than we're used to seeing in these kinds of movies. So that was another sort of influence on this list. And when I selected these films, I really wanted to show a broad swath of years. We have films extending from 1982 to 2010. And like I said, I wanted heroes that were sort of not the traditional kinds of heroes that we think of. So without further ado, here's the list that we're going to be discussing. We're going to start off in 1982 with Swamp Thing, which is written and directed by Wes Craven. Our next film is going to be Darkman. That is directed by Sam Raimi, as well as co-written by him. Our third film is going to be The Crow, from director Alex Proyas. That's from 1994. Fourth film is going to be from 1999. It's called Mystery Men, from director Kinka Usher. Our fifth film is going to be Unbreakable. That's from 2000, and that is written and directed by the infamous M. Night Shyamalan. And our last film is going to be, appropriately enough, it's written and directed by James Gunn, who is also directing and co-writing Guardians of the Galaxy. And the film we're going to be looking at is from 2010. It's called Super. The idea with this marathon is we'll discuss each of these films individually, devote about a half hour to each hopefully over the coming month, maybe into July, and sort of start to gauge what we're seeing from these kinds of superhero films, if they fit the trappings of what we're used to seeing in superhero films, or if they are a little bit different, and what it means to be what we're calling an alternative superhero film. So at the end, after we've gone through all these films, we're going to do a little bit of retrospective to see kind of what we learned, and hopefully go into some awards. Give out awards for Best Actor, Best Actress, Director, our favorite film, and maybe some more kinds of specialty categories, such as Best Transformation Scene. That's really all I wanted to say, and I thank you for watching or listening, whatever the case may be, and hope to see you soon.